Hi, Andy Stroman here. Hope you've been well since we last spoke. Hope you've had a great year. It is time to look at health insurance plans for 2026. There are some big changes coming that I want you to be aware of that will affect your current coverage and your choices for next year. So, in the next couple of minutes, I want to go over those changes, how they might affect you, some alternatives and solutions I have with those changes in mind, and then the process for you getting me the information I need to do plan research and give you a recommendation and just what the whole process of enrolling for next year will look like. So, here's what's changing for next year. For the ACA marketplace, which is the type of plan you're on, premiums for plans are going up on average 20 to 30%. I hate to deliver this news, but that's just the market condition. We can't do anything about that. I was really bummed when I heard this, but we'll take it and we'll roll with it. We will find the right option regardless of it. Subsidies. So if your income is on the higher side, technically speaking, in excess of 400% of the federal poverty level, and I will confirm all of this for you, it is likely that your subsidy may go away entirely. Quick backstory on it. In COVID, the subsidies were expanded to include those, for people with higher incomes. And that is set to expire at the end of this year. As of now, there is no deal to extend that. The current government shutdown is centered around this issue. I would say there's a 50-50 shot of them extending it at least for a year, but I'm going to assume at this point that it will not be extended just to play it safe. And then the final change, Aetna is exiting the ACA marketplace at the end of this year. So if you are on one of their plans, we'll need to find another plan from another carrier on the marketplace or one of the alternatives I'll discuss here in a second. So with all those changes, alternatives that are off the ACA marketplace, I am now recommending for some people. In the past, they weren't very viable. They weren't very strong. The alternatives have come out. They've become stronger with these changes in mind. So they are great alternatives and what I'm going to recommend for some people. For others, if you are someone who uses a lot of healthcare, you're undergoing treatment for something now, you have expensive medications, perhaps. If you just use a lot of healthcare, then an ACA plan is probably your best bet, regardless of these changes. We'll find the right one. There's still tons to choose from. But just to kind of divide who may want to change off of the marketplace or who may want to stay on it, just want to let you know that. If you don't use a lot of healthcare, if you're healthy, relatively healthy, even if you do take medications, if they're just generics that are commonly available for low prices, even with like GoodRx, something like that, then an alternative off the market is probably going to be something you want to do. The main benefit of that being, of course, the price for the coverage itself is dramatically lower. So I get a lot of questions about, hey, I just want catastrophic only coverage. These are those options, and we'll go into them now. The first one is from United Healthcare. It is called their Tri-Term Medical Policy. This is like an old school type of health insurance before the ACA came in and kind of changed everything. It is underwritten. It's not very strict underwriting, but they do ask some health questions. But don't let that discourage you from looking into this. They use one of United Healthcare's national PPO networks, which is a great thing. ACA plans are usually local HMOs. The benefits of this, lower premiums, that's the big one. The national network, of course, is nice. This is real, legit, true health insurance. Like I said, kind of an old school approach to it, which I think is refreshing, actually. We can enroll in this now. We don't have to wait till the open enrollment period for ACA. Some limitations to be aware of. These plans do not cover pre-existing conditions for the first year of coverage. If you keep it for more than a year, then the pre-existing condition limitation goes away. They have annual benefit maximums of $2 million per covered person per year, which is a lot. But if you're diagnosed with something serious, then you may creep up on that limit. If so, we can change to an ACA marketplace plan during next open enrollment period to to hedge against that. So that's one alternative. The second is a medical cost sharing option from a company called Sedera. You may have heard of MediShare or Christian Healthcare Ministries. Those are faith-based medical cost sharing programs. A lot of people have them and like them. Sedera is not faith-based, which makes a lot of people more comfortable with it. Also, I think Sedera has the best track record and is the most professionally run of these. So it is not health insurance. I'll make you aware of that. But I've been asked about options like this. So I am comfortable now recommending Sedera if you want to do medical cost sharing. So this is obviously going to give you the lowest total monthly cost. If you're really healthy, don't use much healthcare at all, this is going to be a solid option for you. It does not have deductibles or out-of-pocket maximums. You can't use those terms because it's not health insurance, but you'll find that it works similarly. And by the way, I have brochures for the tri-term and this linked in my email to you, so you can take a quick look, and we can talk in depth if you're interested in one of these when we connect. So I want to give you a quick overview of cost comparisons. An ACA marketplace plan with no subsidies, just to keep it clean, apples to apples, and deductibles about the same. For a family of 3, 40-year-old parents, 5-year-old kid, just kind of a nice middle of the road example here. An ACA plan that is a middle of the road ACA plan is about $1,300 a month, $1,400 a month. Tri-term medical is about 36% less expensive with the same deductible. Sedera is about 81% less expensive. For a quick example, for a single individual, 40-year-old male, again, that's kind of middle of the road here. That same ACA plan is running at $525 a month. Tri-term, about 29% less expensive. Sedera, about 74% less expensive on a premium basis. So here is the process for how I'm going to help you. If the tri-term or Sedera options are intriguing to you, we can enroll in that now. We don't have to wait until November 1st, which is when the ACA open enrollment period opens up. So if that's something you're interested in, we can just knock that out, which is great. If an ACA plan is what is right for you and it is what I recommend for you and you agree with that, then we'll need to wait until November 1st to submit your enrollment, which is not too far away, but just be aware of that. And I'd like to get us done, wrapped up as early as possible once November 1st hits, if that is your situation, just so you can be done with this and put your mind at ease. What I need from you, so here is how the process will work. First, I'll gather information from you. Second, I will do research and deliver a recommendation via email to you. And then we will talk on a phone call to wrap everything up, answer any questions you have. I'll take payment information, set that up, and we'll be done. So the intake form, I'm using a new system. Unfortunately, it doesn't have your current info saved, so I apologize for that. But this new system will in the future let me save everything. And it asks for enough for me to do thorough research and not kind of do it off, on the fly like I have in the past. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of back and forth between us, like in years past. So I'll need the information that's here on the screen. The survey that takes you through everything is very user-friendly. So once you submit that, then, like I said, I'll do the research over the next couple of days after I get your info. I will send you an email with my recommendation, with quotes, with next steps, and a link to schedule a brief phone call with me to take care of enrollment. And my current clients, like you, have first pick of my schedule. I've got it blocked off for new people until this wave is passed. So I hope that helps explain everything. Again, my goal, my mission here is to make this as easy, as painless, as stress-free as possible, and show you the best options available to you. So I know a couple things to consider here, but do know that I'm going to do the legwork for you, and I look forward to getting in touch with you and catching up. So Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can call me at 404-595-4740 or text that number, or you can email me. But otherwise, please complete that intake form so I can do my research, and I'll be in touch with next steps. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.